a student and a coach. So I guess we'll go with number 16. But, man, it's just an awesome weekend. I'm pumped to be back, obviously. Back like I never left, I guess, is probably the correct term.
Did you ever leave?
I was gone for a year.
Okay.
So I spent 1 year back home in Georgia, and I've been back this is my 12th year back coaching. So, yeah, man, just an awesome weekend. I love it. I love seeing a lot of faces that I haven't seen in a long time, but just the community that Bryan has is really what makes it special, and getting to see a lot of these people back here this week is an honor, and it's awesome to see, and we get to do it with great weather and good soccer.
And here we go. We got a shot, maybe a shot on goal right here early. It goes off the bar. Hannah Miller able to control it. Now let's see if we can get back on it here. Great opening opportunity for the Lady Lions. Let's hope that continues.
Absolutely. Got off on the front foot here. We've had a couple good shots. I know we were having some technical difficulties. We saw a shot on frame really in about the first 30 seconds of the game. So
yes.
A good start for the Lady Lions, and we'll see if that can continue as we see a good clearance there to get the ball back up top. Hannah Miller in possession. Good turn by Hannah. She's got some runners going forward. She's and cut out by the Koala defense.
Yeah, that was Jordan Myers there for Columbia. So this is a big matchup in terms of conference tournament standings. Both of these teams on the outside looking in right now. So this is a major game for either one of these two teams to put their foot forward and look to qualify for that conference tournament at the end of the year.
Absolutely. You've got, what I think we said, 11th and 12th in the standings, vying to get into the top 10.
Yes.
And so we're hoping that this would be a huge momentum swing for the Lady Lions to be able to come here and get 3 points today.
And we're off to a good start. Obviously, you got to put the ball in the back of the net to score in soccer. But it's been very promising to start for the Lions, so hopefully we can continue that as that ball is shepherded out for a goal kick here from the throw-in.
We're going to get to see Morgan on the ball for the first time for the goal kick here. She's been in between the sticks there for the Lions for the most of the year. A good ball forward.
Haley Brown's ball played out. So Haley will take the throw in here as she is looking to get a ball from the sidelines.
I'm not sure if we can see it in our shot there, but Haley drying the ball off with her shirt. That's definitely going to be something this morning. With a little bit earlier start than normal, you've got a lot of dew on the ground. That was my biggest thing getting here to the gantry was keep my shoes dry.
Yes, yes. And it has really turned into, it was a little cool this morning. We both had the hoodies on this morning, and they have both come off already. So it is starting to warm up here as Hannah Miller's looking to play this ball forward. And Elizabeth Scott on the run on this near side, looking to whip that ball back in. She's going to try the little step over. Good clearance there from the Columbia. Great work by Liz to kind of regroup, get back on that ball, force a throw in here for Columbia.
Haley Brown, good job on defense. Hannah Miller to pick it up. She's been on the end of a couple balls there. She fires one slightly off frame. Eisenring makes the save there and is able to get back on top of it. She kind of spilt it a little bit on the initial shot, but a good job to recover to that. But once again, another shot for the Lions, Lady Lions, and we're talking 3-4 shots here in the first 5 minutes of the game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a really good start, and you can tell the energy, especially from the Lions on the pitch, but also in the dugout. It's been good. You can hear Coach Tom here really loud and encouraging to start. And they're definitely feeling it as we were winning all those 50-50 balls in the middle, as you'll see Elizabeth come back to pressure this ball here.
And that ball's going to go out for a Columbia throw-in. Great work here so far by the Lady Lions, just kind of getting themselves in good positions. Once again, trying to win this ball. They shepherd it out. They're looking to take the throw quick. And they're not able to get on it. Great work right there. Looked like that was Kaylee Ridley, I believe.
And it was, you can tell, maybe Malia Kincaid there on the throw. You could hear her coach down here is telling her to throw it and release her quick. She did a good job putting that throw in behind and really stretch the Lions defense a little bit, but a good job for us to get back and make sure that we're not giving up any chances early.
This looks to be the most promising chance for Columbia so far, as we're able to play that ball out for a throw in here. Not a lot of the game has been played in the Columbia attacking third so far. Not as much as we've had the ball in our attacking third so far. And that ball looks like it's going to go out for a Columbia corner here. So the first set piece of the match here. Jordan, what are we looking for on this first set piece? Defensively, you want to get your head to it first if it's in the air.
Absolutely, and I think what's different, a little different with the girls' game than the guys' game, is we see probably a lot of balls played more near post, as you see the
kind of that low whipper in,
absolutely.
Trying to get a foot on it. Really, just the key for the defense here is to be the first to the ball. As that ball is going to come in with some height, and we got a chase here. That was a good job there by Ryan Fair to kind of win that ball on the run.
Looks like she won that throw in there as well.
No, that's going to be a Columbia throw.
Kind of surprised. I thought that it hit off Columbia last, but I can't fault the assistant referee there as he was right in front of it.
Yeah, he had a lot better view than we did from here, so.
See if the Lions can get some sustained possession here, play some ball in. A good flick there by Ruth Fish. Looking for Delaney Gebhard, but just missed.
Once again, Hannah Miller with a great defensive stop there.
She does a great job in the midfield. You can see just picking off possession, turning, always making that aggressive turn, looking to get up the field.
As that ball bounces around a little bit between a few Lions players, and now we have control of it on that far side as we play the 1-2. Great job there.
Good ball in. Can that get back post? It can't, but that was really concerning, I think, for the Columbia defense. Ruth Fish has some pace, man. She can really run up that right wing, and I think if we can look to play her in behind, we'll really have a lot of options for her cutting back in on goal, playing balls back post. And you can see that the Lions are definitely going to be aggressive in trying to get balls in behind.
I mean, you look at that first ball we put off the post, that's the same way we got it there, was up that right side. Kind of getting past, playing a ball in. Goalkeeper comes out, not able to get it. As now we're going to play this ball back to Morgan, and we're going to set up from the back here. She's going to kick it forward for Hannah Miller. Sometimes you got to watch. We talked about that wet ground. That ball can take different bounces than it normally would with that wet grass. Can kind of skid sometimes. As we see a player kind of lose their footing, but able to maintain possession. As that ball is going to be played out by the Lions for another Columbia throw. So we're about 10 minutes into this game, and it has not slowed down yet, which is always a good sign.
We saw that in the midweek with the last game we did together, the Union men's game. Is it started off really frantic, and then it calmed down a bit, and then we saw it again in the second half. So it's almost how much these teams can pace themselves
and we're going to try to
forward.
Tack up this near side. Haley Brown wins a header, gets the ball back.
Ryan
plays it back.
A little pressure, And then Morgan, good job coming back to be an option there for our defense. And back to Ryan.
Oh, great little 1-2 there in the middle. Not able to find Liz Scott here on this near side. They're going to play that ball back. Not sure that's going to get out for a throw, so we will need to get on that and maintain possession. Errant pass there. Good attack here for Columbia as they are going to shoot that wide. So a bullet dodge there from the Lions. So far, the best chance for Columbia so far as Morgan is going to set up for a goal kick here. So, Jordan, a few more homecomings for you, and you will have spent half your life here at Bryan.
That is true. Yep, I'm I don't know to say quickly approaching that number, but I feel that way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sammy McDaniel on the throw. Good job by the Lions defense there, and Cecilia Mize to be able to head that clear. And Coach Tom is loving it down here. And the one thing you cannot accuse Tom of having is a low energy.
Yeah, there's no lack of energy from Tom.
Absolutely, yeah. He will. There's times where we bump into him in the office in the morning, and I haven't had my coffee yet, and he is instant coffee for me.
He is 3 cups of tea in at that point.
That's right.
Great work there. And that ball is going to go off of the ref, and that is going to be a drop ball. Coach Tom teases him a little bit in good fun there.
Campbell Brown just clears it forward. It's won by the Koala defense as she wins another header. And Elizabeth Scott with a little flick. Delaney Gebhardt on the ball, looks to turn and release Haley Brown down this left wing. She's got a good job by number 10 there, Jordan Myers from Columbia, to be able to play that ball out as the Lions look to have numbers going forward. And another good job by Jordan Myers there.
We've called that name a few times. It looks like that's going to be a name we need to learn for the Koalas here.
What a ball.
That is a great ball. Can she beat the goalie to it? Not quite.
Really
great
good job
there by Eisenring to get out to that ball, but great play by the Lions. We are really on the front foot of this match so far.
What we've seen in the first 13 minutes here, Josh, is that we've had a couple of good attacks down the right wing, which we mentioned. We've been pretty good through the middle of the pitch, and we've also been good on this left side. So the Lions look pretty aggressive in all sides of the pitch. We don't look to be targeting one side. It's pretty free-flowing in the middle, and a lot of that is through Hannah Miller and Campbell Brown pulling the strings in the midfield. Their ability to play balls with both feet, to turn and get up the pitch and look to attack is really, to me, seems like what is the driving force behind the tempo and the ability to attack so far for the Lions, as we see the Koalas serve a ball in that looks like it's flicked on. Haley Brown tries to get in front of it, and it's cleared briefly down here to the corner. Haley Brown wins it. You look to see a ball forward to Campbell. She tries to play it through and is picked off by the defense of the Koalas.
Oh, great block in there from Cecilia Mize.
Hannah sidesteps another tackle and plays the ball down here.
Looking for Delaney that time, but still kind of up that right side. Oh, great work. That ball's going to go out. Is that going to be a corner? That is going to be a corner for the Lions.
This being my first Lady Lions game that I've worked, do we know who's on the set pieces here? I guess we're going to see it.
Most of the time it's been Campbell Brown.
It looks like it's Ruth Fish taking the ball to the corner
here.
Is
that who's coming over here?
I believe 15.
Yeah, because I see Campbell there in the box. It's hard when they're walking sideways. We can't see the numbers. This is way too far for me to see faces.
That's true.
But I do think you are right here. So we're going to get an in-swinger here. And I do think we see some opening there in the front post. If we can get somebody to that front post and that ball played in. I think we got a little bit of a slip there with the wet grass. Not able to get clean contact on it. And that's going to go for Koala's goal kick here. One thing Coach Tom said, I know you weren't here for the last game, we had a great aerial game, especially defensively. We won a lot of defensive aerial battles. And so hopefully we can continue that today, because it does look like we are doing a great job of getting those 50-50 second balls. So if we can win those headers and put ourselves in good position, as you see the Koalas kind of attacking up the middle here, and a long shot there that Morgan is going to wrangle up. Almost seemed like a desperation shot there for the Koalas.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of attacking help. She had nobody down the wings. I think when she cut back in on that right foot, I'm guessing her favored right foot, it was one of those where it was kind of the end of the road from a dribble standpoint, so you're looking to just see if you can play something on frame and make something happen. We got a throw in there, and Jordan Myers once again steps in front. Her aggression has really helped out the Koalas so far. She's won a lot of balls in the midfield as she gets on a ball in the box, turns and hits it into the side net. But definitely a name to watch, Josh. You just mentioned it earlier. It looks like Jordan Myers, she's been back all the way back in her own defensive half. She's been up attacking. She's got a lot of energy and pace down this wing. We're going to have to see if we can neutralize her in the attack.
And even that shot, as that ball is going to just go over the bar there. This wet grass is kind of causing some errant passes so far, as we saw that there from Morgan. And she plays it right to Malia Kincaid, who was not able to put it on frame. So Morgan will line up again for a goal kick.
Delaney took a little shove there in the back. I don't think we've had it whistled dead yet, have we?
We've had the drop ball, and that I think is the only stop and play. No, we've committed one penalty right here, that one right up here past midfield. But outside of that, it's been a free-flowing game, a few throw-ins. As Myers is going to play this ball up the line. And it's going to work out for the Koalas. Now let's see if we can scramble on defense. Great job there.
Kaylee Ridley stepping across to keep that ball from getting in there in front of the goal. Really good job by her to keep that from being really a big-time chance there for the Koalas, as we've got their second corner first on this side. I'm trying to see if we can get a number going across to take that. Like you said, tough angle for us.
I believe that is Kinsley Cohen, number 11.
We'll roll with that for sure as she plays the ball in near post.
And we get the first foot to it, which is always crucial, as that ball's going to come back, and we're going to get another ball played into the mixer. It's going to be popped up again. And that ball is going to find the back of the net. As we get a 1-0 lead for Columbia here early. Jordan, that ball just kind of bounced around right there. And
yeah, with our angle, you couldn't really tell. It looked like the ball was in the middle of about 6 or 7 bodies there. And all of a sudden, somebody lashes a foot on it into the corner. Did you get a number on who put that in the net?
Judging by the celebrations, I'm going to go with Malia Kincaid. She seemed to be the one getting the hugs and the high fives. Number 5 here.
She's been the furthest up the pitch, so that does make sense there. And what was a really promising start by the line, just a little bit against the run of play there, at least for the first few minutes of the game. Columbia seemed to get more of a foothold here the last 5 minutes, and you see them rewarded with a goal, and it shows you that early chance we had that we hit off the crossbar. You got to be able to take advantage of those to be able to really, because as well as you played, you're still down. We find ourselves down 1-0.
And that ball's going to go out for Columbia throw in here. But you're right, Jordan. It was kind of against the run of play. So hopefully we can get back to the front foot like we had in those first kind of 10 minutes of the game. Get the equalizer, get our momentum back, kind of get the spirits going back up, as that ball's going to go out for another Columbia throw in.
Keeping our heads up is going to be a big deal. Like you said, it's been I don't think it's been the start to the season that we wanted, and either team here would probably say that. And so going behind rather early in the first half, as we have 25 minutes till halftime, it's a 1-0 lead for Columbia, is being able to recover and not drop your heads here, because if you do, then you give up a second when it's a lot tougher for you to come from behind. We've got to stop and play, and it seems to be a talking to.
Yeah, we had a foul there, and it looked like both players kind of getting a talking to there. I guess we will not have a foul. It'll be the throw-in. Both players probably thought the other fouled them, and the ref was just saying, hey, let's keep our control, as Bryan's able to win the throw-in here. And they're going to look to throw that ball forward for the flick on, and a good clearance there from Columbia. And we are going to get a penalty here on the Lions. Thought that was a little bit of a late call. Not sure if there was really advantage to be played. looks like Camilla Yui will line up to take this free kick.
She's been in that left back spot to start the game, Josh. I'll be interested to see if she's a left-footed player, which the way she's over the ball, it looks like she might be.
Yeah, it's hard to tell where she is, on which side of the ball she is from this angle, but I think you're right here. I think she's lining up to take a shot with her left foot, try to play that in the box. As it looks like we got a three-person wall here. Going to bring in one more defender to kind of sure things up, as she's going to chip this ball up and right into the hands of Morgan. And we are going to get a foul and a stoppage of play, which means a yellow card may be coming here. Yes.
What did we say? We had 17 minutes of only one stoppage, and now we've had a couple talking tos and a yellow card here in about the last 2.5 minutes. So our center official here starting to get a little bit more of a busier day as we get going into this game.
And I believe that was the goal scorer, Kincaid, picking up the yellow card. As you hear her coach telling her, be smart now. You've got that one yellow. So that ball's cleared away from her. So it does seem now in these last few minutes, Jordan, that the Koalas have been tacking a little more, been a little more threatening. As Haley Brown is going to make this throw in here. She's going to find Hannah Miller. Great job bringing that ball down and able to control it with two Koalas on her, and she's going to win the throw in there. Good work.
Haley Brown on the throw up to Hannah Miller. I believe last touch off the lines, that's going to be a koala throw. We're going to see Sammy McDaniel here on the throw right in front of the gantry. Flicked on well by Malia, and then one by Kaylee Ridley. And a good job by Ryan Fair to clear that ball. You mentioned it's definitely a little bit of a shift. The Koalas seem to have a little bit better of an idea in the attacking third currently.
Oh, great header there. Can Haley get on the end of it? Sorry to cut you off there, Jordan.
Yeah, I was just saying we're scrambling a little bit at the moment on we're a little late to these 50-50s. They're finding some pockets of space, and ability to get up the field has been a little bit easier for them really in the middle third of this first half. Haley Brown's done a good job so far to thwart a lot of attacks down this sideline.
She's kind of a taller player for a fullback here, and she gets her head to a lot of balls, as we see there. Another Bryan head, and, Coach Tom loves that. He absolutely loves if that first ball cannot touch the ground, if we can get our head on it. As it looks like Jordan Myers here is going to take the throw in, maybe a little bit of a long throw. Nope, they're going to play it short and play it back to her. She's going to try to work up this sideline here. She gets past Haley, able to play that ball into the box. Morgan, good job getting a hand on it there. I think if she doesn't get her hand on that, that is played to the Koala attacker, who is right there at that back post. So good job there, as that ball is going to be cleared off. And Campbell Brown able to control it. And that ball's going to go out for a Bryan throw in. So now that we got a possession, let's see if we can control it a little bit. So Koala's working this ball up this near sideline. Haley Brown wins it back. It's being bounced around. Can Hannah get on the end of it here and control it a little bit? She is. Looking to play Ruth Fish through on that far side. Not quite able to get to it, but we win another throw in here. So good job right here. Good little spell. Now let's just keep it going, as we have about 20 minutes left in this first half.
Hannah Miller with another great turn, and what a ball played through. And a good parry out by Eisenring. The lines aren't able to get on the end of that rebound. But a really good job, again, Hannah Miller, being able to turn around in a tight space, create some space, and then play a ball in through to a runner. And I believe that was to Campbell Brown. I believe it was
Campbell Brown, yeah,
Absolutely.
on the shot. One thing that Hannah does well, it seems like if she can pull one of those center backs out to try to cover her, she's playing that ball into the space that they vacated and let one of her teammates run onto it, which is a good recipe for success.
Good job there by Ryan Fair to be able to clean that up as the ball got pushed through a little bit behind our defense.
As we're going to get our first sub here, looks like Madison Dybert is going to come in for the goal scorer and the booked Malia Kincaid. So maybe this is just one of those chances. Hey, let's give her a little bit of a rest here.
Yeah, I think that works in a couple different areas, right, Josh? It's able to ease that up on her yellow card, but also she has put in a lot of sprints
so far.
She's put in a shift. She's been in behind a couple times.
Once again, the Lions look to play up that far side. And that ball's going to go out for a Koalas throw in. So we've got a lot of festivities here going on with it being homecoming. I see some jump houses, and I believe we're going to have some food trucks here in a little bit. Jordan, you may know a little more about that than me, as we're going to have a foul there on the Lions.
Yeah, there should be. It'll start hopping here, I think, around lunchtime. We got a lot of different things this morning going around on campus as well. But the bounce houses, I see the kids are already loving those. Both of my kids included. They are out there. I hope they're out there.
I
somewhere.
think I see one of them coming out right now.
Well, homecoming is one of their favorite weeks of the year.
I can only imagine. It looks like a kid's dream over there. In fact, I wish I could go over there and play some. So,
well, we got halftime coming up in 17 minutes, Josh. We may be able to hop on a couple of the bounce houses and see. I'm sure we'll clear the kids out. That's for sure.
Yes. If we are not back after halftime, you will know it's because one of us got injured and had to take care of the other one. So, just a little disclaimer there.
Columbia with another throw after the Lions cleared the first one. I can't tell all the way over there, but the way that she's moving, that looks like Jordan Myers, which wouldn't surprise.
I thought I saw her taking the throw in on that side, and it looks like she's trying to make her way back over to this side now. So I think you are right there, Jordan.
A little bit of a shot there that just got pulled harmlessly through for a goal kick as we see Morgan back on the ball. Now we're starting, the sun's out. There's no clouds in the sky. We're starting to get a little more of this dew dried off. I think you saw a couple slips earlier. We don't have that now. She should be able to kind of let the ball go. As you see, a very good kick here to the midfield that Lindy's able to get on and play, I think, off of a Columbia defender. So the Lions are going to get a throw up this right side. We'll see who's going to take it. And if we can release anybody deep. Hannah Miller on the ball, plays it back. We got a little bit of contact, no call there, right in front of the official. Columbia is able to clear only as far as Kaylee Ridley, who does a really good job to play it off another Columbia player for a throw in.
So we've got Macy Moore here looking to check in. And she will come now, and she's getting Ruth.
So a like for like there, Josh. You got two attackers, very good pace out of both. Macy has been a threat, I believe, for the last few years here for the Lions. She's done a good job. She's found herself a lot on the score sheet. Very quick player.
And I think our strategy is really going to remain the same there, still trying to work it up that right side. Now we bring in some fresh legs over there to really reinforce that, as we got Reagan Gibbs looking to check in here for the Koalas when they get a chance to make their sub. So that ball's going to be wrestled around in the midfield.
Good job getting on that by Campbell Brown. Hannah Miller again looking to release somebody down that wing. It's played in, and it's going to be scooped up by Eisenring again, who's been good to come off of her line. She's made a couple saves, nothing crazy. The one chance we had that hit off the crossbar would have definitely beat her if it was on frame, but she had really no hand in that as it was played across and really just, I mean, we were talking about 10 yards out.
Yeah, she came out to kind of get the cross and wasn't able to get the cross which allowed a kind of an open net shot.
Good job by Lindy there to be able to win that ball. As you see Hannah Miller back on it, looking to turn. Good job by the Koala defense, too, as well. And that holding midfielder able to step through and dispossess and put them on the counterattack. And we see Jordan Myers again dribbling to her right. Cuts back in, played a good ball in. What a
great
save.
save. And not able to win the second ball, but we're going to get an offsides call here, so that goal will not count.
Really lucky there for the Lions that ball bounced out into somebody in I believe it was their left winger. I'd have to get a number there in an offside
like number
position.
2, Kiana Dodge.
But what we may miss in that was number 1, Jordan Myers did a great job
save.
to be able to ping that across, and Morgan, unreal stretch to be that ball was destined for the bottom corner.
It
Josh.
was.
At our angle, we have a really good look there at the far post, and that ball was going side net, and she was full extension to parry that out. Just a great job by Morgan to really keep the Lions in this match, and still a 1-0 lead for Columbia here. 13 minutes left in the first half, and you're going to see a throw in here from number 18, Sammy McDaniel for Columbia. Elizabeth Scott's in the mix. Delaney wins the ball in the midfield, tries to play it back to Haley Brown. Haley Brown with a little 1-2 that's just a bit hard for Campbell. But the Lions do a great job to win possession and ping the ball back to Campbell Brown, who's looking to release somebody down the wing here. Good job by number 12, Brooke Piscatello there for Columbia. Really good job there in the midfield for her to apply that pressure for the Lions. It's going to be a line throw in.
And that ball's going to be pinged around a little bit for another Bryan throw in here that Haley Brown is going to take.
I think Campbell thought there was going to be a 1-2 with Haley.
Yeah.
And a little miscommunication has released
Gibbs. That's the sub that has just come in, and it is shut down there pretty quickly by Ryan Fair, who's going to play it up.
Who did Gibbs come in for, Josh? Do you remember?
Yeah, she came in for Dodge, the one that was offsides. So I'm going to assume she's going to play somewhere up top. It kind of looks like they've gone more to like a 2 up top versus a winger with 2 strikers. As Bryan looking to release a runner. Great job by the Koala defense to clear that ball.
Good job by Lindy there to be able to apply some pressure so Delaney can come back and win the ball. Going to see Ryan Fair with a deep kick. It's going to roll into the corner, but it had no runner there.
Yeah.
I think either if we get a runner down the wing here or even in the middle, may have been able to adjust to that ball as they clear it only as far as Campbell Brown. She takes a good touch. It's getting some pressure. Good move by there, Elizabeth Scott, to be able to turn it back in. Tries to get a ball into the mid, and Campbell Brown back on it.
Nice little 1-2 there from Campbell Brown. Hannah Miller going to try to put this up, see if somebody can get on the end of it. It gets over the goalie. Did she touch it? She did. That's going to be a corner kick for the Lions there.
Really good ball first time by Hannah Miller there to be able to have the touch to stand that up on the back post, because off the foot, Josh, I thought it was going to be, and we've spoken about our depth perception earlier, but I thought it might be way over the net.
Yeah, I thought it was going over goal.
It looked like it was right at the back corner of that 6-yard box. So really good ball there. We're going to see a Lions second corner of the game.
And that one's going to whip in. Not able to find a Bryan head, and that ball's going to go out. So the corner kick was ruled out, so it's going to be a goal kick for the Koalas here, as Eisenring will take it. But sometimes that proves, sometimes you just got to get the ball into the box and just hope some good things are going to happen.
Well, we saw that last week too in I believe the third goal for Union on our game midweek was just kind of thrown into the mix, and from our vantage point, we couldn't even tell what was going on until the ball hit the back of the net. So sometimes that's a good thing to be able to get the ball into dangerous positions.
I mean, that's how the Koalas scored their first goal as well here.
That looked like it may have hit a hand. It was definitely inadvertent. Good job by the Lions to win the ball back, and it's played back into the middle. Elizabeth Scott What a save.
What a save there by Eisenring. Campbell Brown has been taking some good shots today.
I wish we could play a highlight tape of some Campbell Brown goals from years past, because she is very good from distance, has put some balls in 25, 30 yards. That was a great save, especially for Campbell, I believe, left-footed.
Yeah, I
so
was going to say, I believe that was the left foot as we get another good ball played in here.
Flicked back on.
Did that take a deflection? It did not. So as you see, I believe that was Ryan Fair coming up from her defensive position, trying to make some solid contact. This pitch has taken a toll this week. Between all the rain that we had the previous week, we've had a couple games on it already. So sometimes those balls can take those slightest bounces right before you make contact, and it makes all the difference in the world. As Coach Tom cheering his team on. I don't know if you can hear him on the broadcast.
That's a really good ball there for Columbia to the back post.
Oh,
good
great save. As Madison Dibert able to get on that ball. I believe that was number 1.
It was, yeah, you're correct. A good throw by Morgan. She's really showcasing all she can do. And a good
great turn. And she's able to keep that ball in. Great job by Liz Scott right there. Great job by Delaney to get it back.
Got to blow that dead.
Yep, and he's going to blow it dead now. Yeah, I was with you. I was kind of pausing to make the call of the foul. It kind of never came, and never clear advantage established after that, so the ref's going to go ahead and call it for a penalty.
Well, he's played a couple of advantages, but usually you see the arms come up, and it's a very demonstrative move from the official, so everybody knows that we're playing advantage. Now, you can't hear it down here, but there's some discussion here with the Columbia bench of the length of time he let the advantage play. But he doesn't do a great job of letting everybody know with his body language that we're playing advantage. So we're a little bit up and down up here to know if he's actually playing it. And I think on the pitch that would also be hard to tell. As you see, Columbia kind of get the ball back here through Gibbs. Gibbs cuts through the middle and plays the ball with her left foot. Jordan Myers looking to get on the end of it. And a good job by Ryan Fair to at least get a touch on that ball.
Just enough of it to where Jordan couldn't run right on it. And then we shepherded out for a Koalas throw in here. Coming up on about 6.5 minutes left in this first half.
Camilla Huey here with the throw. She's been at that left back spot the entire game. As we see the Lions win back possession. We've won a lot of balls. The Lions have won some balls here in that deeper lying part of the midfield, and when we play it forward, it's like almost like our attackers are too high up the pitch to be able to latch onto it. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Tom will maybe drop somebody a little
kind of in that number
deeper
10 role.
Into that number 10. That's exactly what I was thinking as well, Josh, trying to get somebody on to be able – it fits perfectly in what Hannah Miller and Campbell Brown have done. But when both of them drop deep, it looks like at least for Hannah, she's either a little too deep or a little bit more advanced. If we can get her on the ball, she's really been kind of the linchpin for us going forward so far as we see another substitution for the Koalas here, if you have that.
Yeah, we have Harley Payne, number 19, coming in for Madison Dibert, number 1. But, yeah, it kind of looks like Hannah, who normally kind of plays that number 10 role. Delaney's kind of been up top. They looked that they switched a little bit. Hannah seems to be the furthest forward and just not able to find kind of that attacking midfielder when we clear that ball out.
We've got another sub coming in here at the next dead ball for Columbia. It looks like number 26 will be coming in the game.
That would be Brooklyn Vigil.
That's a great ball there. Hannah Miller again. Lindy picks it up. She tried to cut back in, and I'm not sure she knew that the defender was over her right shoulder. She would have probably tried to carry that more towards the end line, but cleared by the Koalas. And it'll be a line throw as we are down 1-0 with 4 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first half.
Lindy going to take this throw in.
Cleared, but only as far as her. She played a ball through. It actually hit Delaney in the back of the foot.
Yeah, she was trying to play Liz forward there. So we're going to have Brooklyn check in here now, and she is going to get number 8, Madison Wells Bunting. McDaniel lining up the throw in here.
Good job by Delaney to play that back and give the Lions a little bit of a chance for the field to open up as Hannah Miller takes another good ball down, chests the ball down in the midfield. She's done a good job of her close control and able to, that first touch has just been good for her to be able to set the Lions on some attack so far. Looks like Lindy here on the throw in. And Columbia, you can see, is pressing up pretty heavy. They're almost man marking 1-for-1 here off the throw to see if they can get some cheap possession into the attacking third. It's cleared by the Lions, and we'll have a throw in for Columbia in front of their dugout. 3:23 remaining in the first half. The Lady Lions trail the Columbia College Koalas 1-0. Good job by Liz to turn it into Hannah. Hannah looks to play a ball into that right wing. It looks like Haley Brown trying to get on the end of it.
Yeah, now it looks like Macy is kind of occupying the center forward position. So a good little rotation here from the Lions as once again Hannah Miller playing that ball. Coming up on about 2.5 minutes left. We're just one touch away sometimes from having a really good attacking position.
Yeah, those balls, those little attacking balls there, kind of at the top of the 18 are just a little bit off as we try to play balls through. It's either on the back shoulder, a little bit too far out front as the Lions win a kick here. You got to think we'll try to either play something short and then serve it in. There we go. We've played it in short here. As number 18, Cecilia Mize on the ball, plays it over. Here to Lindy. Lindy decides to go back. A little bit of an errant touch there by Kaylee Ridley as Haley Brown's gonna come get it and play it back to Ryan Fair.
Ryan really throws me off sometimes because you're not used to seeing a number 9 be a center back.
Absolutely, absolutely. A good ball in by the Koalas as she tries to play it back post. Nobody there. Morgan off her line very quickly to get it.
Yeah.
With a minute and a half left. We'll see how Coach Tom wants to play it. Are we going to play aggressive? And it looks like from the goal kick we are, to see if we can be first on that header. Macy wasn't able to get ahead to it. And it looks like Columbia back down the left wing here with the ball. Good.
Is that Myers again?
That's Myers again as she cuts back in looking for a shot. And it happened to be right at Morgan, but another good shot created by Jordan Myers, and she continues to give us fits. She started out on the right wing, giving us some trouble. She's on the left wing now. As that ball bounces, and Elizabeth Scott's
able to... is going to get on it. Oh, great sliding tackle, and that ball's going to stay in. No foul called there.
And we've got to stop in play. As you saw, a really hard tackle. Looked to be straight going for the ball, but Elizabeth Scott was upended there. And I believe number 7 for Columbia, Kylie Stewart was the one on the tackle. Just a really good hard play going for the ball. Didn't seem to be anything in it. No foul called. I think she won the ball. It was more, I think, Josh, and you got a little bit better angle on your side, was
I thought the tackle was clean. It's just one of those situations where she was trying to kind of jump over the tackle and kind of caught her on the hip, her foot did, and kind of somersaulted a little bit. You always get nervous, worried about somebody hitting their head on the ground there. So Liz looks fine. She'll have to stay off until she's called back on by the ref, as we're going to get a drop ball here to the Lions, and she's going to come back onto the pitch. We've got about 50 seconds left, so enough time to try to work this ball as we lose it right there in the middle of the park. Now it's time to shore up that defense and not let them get a chance here in these last 40 seconds.
Really good job there.
I believe that was Ridley over there.
It was Ridley. Kaylee did a good job keeping that attacker in front of her and able to win a throw in there. And a good turn again by Hannah, but somebody stepped in there. I can't see what number that was. They're going to give a foul on Hannah, I believe, for just the follow-through of her trying to play the ball.
Yeah, it looked like that was Brooke Piscatello coming in there.
Yep.
It seems like they're trying to man mark, except when Hannah Miller gets the ball. It does seem that they are collapsing on her, trying not to let her play those dangerous balls that she's been playing all game. We were able to shepherd that ball towards the corner, and we are going to get the halftime horn. So it is 1-0 Columbia so far in this first half, as both teams will kind of pull it together for their halftime team talks. And we will be back in about 15 minutes here on Lions Live. Welcome back in. We have about to have the second half kickoff here as we are going to check in. So, Jordan, as we look at the stats here, a lot of the stats are pretty even. 11 shots for Columbia, 9 shots for Bryan, 6 shots on goal for the Koalas to 5 for the Lions, 5 saves from each keeper, 2 corners, 1 offsides for the Koalas, 3 fouls, and 1 yellow card, whereas 4 fouls, no cards yet for the Lions. As we have a 1-0 score as we were getting ready to kick off here for the second half. We were able to kind of walk around a little bit. There's a lot going on here. And you can tell that there's more to come on today as we're kind of just getting rolling here on homecoming. A lot going on as we get ready for this second half kick. And there's the referee's whistle. So we are off and running here in this second half.
Campbell up to Ruth there to get us started. And Liz looks like she's getting in a good position as the Lions look to start this half the way they did the first half. Maybe we capitalize as you see a little bit of a shot there from Campbell Brown at weak foot, yes, but she seemed to be just leaning a little bit back when she hit it. I think it threw her off to where she pulled that a little bit wide. But nonetheless, a good start there for the Lions to be able to link up a couple passes, get in a good position there to be able to be in front of goal and have a shot. We're going to see Eisenring with her first goal kick of the half as she kicks that through. A good flick on there as Jordan Myers gets on the end of it. Plays the ball out to the right wing, but it looks like Haley Brown is going to be first to it as she is, and that's going to win a throw for the Lions. You got to think Coach Tom at half has told his girls, keep their heads up, try to make sure that you're winning those 50-50 balls, make sure that you're running, you're sprinting, you're putting in a good shift here because it's such a big game for us, such a swing game for the postseason implications as we spoke pregame are just a really big deal here. Looking at a big 6-pointer, I mean, the team that wins this game is going to be in a lot better position than the team that loses it, as they're both at the 11 and 12 spots in the Appalachian Athletic Conference to start play today. And you need to be in the top 10 to be able to make the push to the postseason. You see Hannah Miller on the ball there. Good job by number 12, Brooke Piscatello. She's done a good job in there, Josh, in that first half.
Yeah.
Very physical player, finds herself in a lot of one-on-one duels. She's not worried to throw her body around in there and make some contact, and has done a good job kind of shepherding the middle of the pitch, to be honest with you. She's done a good job. We haven't had much to negate her there in the middle as you see her win another ball. It looks like she's trying to release number 16 down the wing here.
Yeah, that would be Kendall Moore, who I'm not sure if we saw her in the first half. Did she come in as a sub?
I do not have her on my sheet.
Okay.
So unless we missed it late, she was not in on the first half.
So we're going to get an offsides call here, so the ball will go back to the Lions. Morgan is going to play this ball forward.
It's right in front of us. Ruth Fish trying to get on the end of that. She's not able to. Lindy is going to pressure Jordan Myers. Good job by Ridley to get a foot there to keep that, but it's going to play a ball back down to Moore down this left wing. She's got runners back post, and she just mishit her cross there, but it's still in a dangerous area. And she actually had given up on the play, if you see, and now she's taking a shot back post. Morgan's able to make but just a little bit of a weird circumstance there. She did a good job, but she mishit her
she kind
cross.
of fluffed it.
And I don't know that she thought anybody was going to get on the end of it, and it was able to find not who it was intended for, but it found another player who played the ball back to her, and her back was turned as she was kind of walking back to get in defensive position. So maybe a little bit of a break there for the Lions that she wasn't switched on. And as we're going to see a throw in just past the midfield line there for the Koalas, they're going to throw it back in. Jordan Myers does her best to possess it. Ryan Fair applying good defensive pressure there, and the Lions are going to win a throw. Haley Brown, as we saw her on our side, you mentioned this last week, is we get to see a completely different side here in front of the gantry as we did in the first half. So we get to see a little more A little less of Haley Brown right here patrolling this her position, and now we're going to see a little more of Lindy here in front of us.
Hopefully we get to see some of Ruth Fish going forward, too. That was kind of our attack approach in that first half. Let's see if we stick with it here, as it looks like we're going to have Ruth, Liz, and Macy Moore as kind of those front three. Great job by Ruth to get her head on it. Good work by Liz, as she's going to get called for a foul. Didn't think there was much in that.
I agree. A little bit of a weak call for me. They try to play it quick, and you see Lindy there doing a great job to be able to get her body in front of the ball. Ruth Fish with a little 1-2 and try to play a ball through, but it's easily cut out there by the Koala defense. And I think one thing you said with Ruth Fish here, it was a good battle between her and Macy Moore and this left back here for the Koalas, Kamia Huey. She had done a great job. Her pace is good. She seems up to the challenge there, dealing with the pace of the Lions down this flank. It'll be interesting to see how does she going to get a little more of the ability to release up the field, or is she going to stay back? She's been kind of hugging this midfield line and hasn't really released forward, and I guess maybe with a 1-0 lead, she doesn't have a reason to really get up the field currently, as they're probably a lot more concerned with keeping this clean sheet than they are anything, as we see a ball whipped in just a little bit too far in front of Ruth Fish there. She tried to pick something. You'll see maybe in your camera we can see the guys' teams coming down out of the locker room as they prepare to warm up for their game here. And we're going to have, I believe, Josh, is a 1 o'clock kickoff there?
Yeah, I believe it's a 1 o'clock, 10:30, 1 o'clock kickoffs today.
We're gonna see a foul there. I think it was an inadvertent.
Yeah, I think she just fell, and in the process of her falling, she kind of brought down. Is that Jordan there?
And I
said
think
her
that's
name
what,
a lot.
I think that's what he was telling Jordan was there's no card. It wasn't anything where she was attempting to bring you down. It was almost more of a little bit of legs getting tangled up.
Because I do think she's right there. If that's a foul that's committed tactically, intentionally, that is a card situation.
Absolutely.
Right there.
Especially in that position with the way she's been on the ball.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get to see Huey again here. We saw her one time in the first half as a left-footed player. We're probably going to see a ball whip towards that back post area as you see her take it.
And now
Morgan's going to
come
come
get this
it.
quick and attack back before she can get back. She's quick to get back to her position there as the Lions looking to work this ball up the field as Hannah Miller gets it in the middle of the park, plays it forward, not able to find Campbell there.
And that's what we said a little bit in the first half, where we're receiving that ball more in that deep of the midfield area, and it's almost like we're losing the ability to link up there to that number 10 spot, that attacking role, to be able to really link the play to the final third. We haven't done a great job of being able to find that pass to unlock those attacking runners. So maybe Coach Tom has got something here in the second half for us, as we've seen 8 minutes gone in the second half. Bryan still trails Columbia 1-0 on an early goal early in the first half from Malia Kincaid, number 5 for the Koalas, was able to put the ball in the net. It's been a very even game so far, though. We'll see a quick throw there by the Koalas up to Jordan Myers, who's were able to poke the ball off. That was Ridley. She has done a good job in defense. Haley Brown on the ball. She's played one in there to Hannah Miller, who tries to release a runner down the wing, and she's going to do that. But a good job coming across, and I believe we've said this name a couple times. I believe it was Kylie Stewart there, able to kind of break up the attack, and you see Eisenring able to corral that ball to keep the Lions out of an attacking position.
Still good work by Macy up that far side of the pitch. She lost the ball, was able to get back on it, get it crossed into the box. As Eisenring able to get her hands on a great header there, as you hear a lot of yelling.
That was Cecilia Mize, and the Bryan dugout has erupted, as you can tell. You said with Coach Tom's energy, it has to be an emphasis this week or this year on we got to keep that ball from hitting the ground. Those long balls, we've got to meet that ball at the top of its arc and be able to hit it, kind of get us going forward. As you see another one right there, by, I believe, number Ryan Fair. That'll be ushered out for a throw. Number 2 there, Kiana Dodge. And Jordan Myers back on the ball as she cuts kind of in front of, trying to get on her right foot. Picked up by Kinsley Cohen, who has a couple good touches and gets into the box, but runs into a couple line defenders there. We're able to kind of just squeeze her to keep her from able to get that shot off. But anytime Jordan Myers has been able to get on the ball and cut more centrally in front of goal, it's given us some trouble at the back. Her pace, her ability to kind of link up the play for the Koalas in that final third has really been the difference in this match so far, Josh.
Yeah, even the goal they scored, she was heavily involved in. I know she didn't get the goal. I don't think she got the assist either, but her play, as we see Hannah Miller trying to do the same thing. If she can get the ball to Macy or Ruth, it looks like Ruth may be able to get on the end of this. As it's played back to Hannah. She's going to loft one in that the goalie's able to wrangle. As we see the goal scorer, Malia Kincaid, getting ready to check back in. Now remember, she is on a yellow card as well.
Pretty encouraging there for the Lions. We got some, not only did we get the ball forward, but we got the ball forward in some, in a 3-on-3 there where we're able to use some pace and really just keep that defense stretched. I think we've got to do a better job of that. If we can link up some of these counters, maybe as we see the Koalas back on the attack through Jordan Myers, she's able to breeze by there on the left flank, and she's trying to cut back in. She's got a couple runners. She played, what a reaction save there by Morgan to be able, I believe, I don't know that she'd had much in that. I think it hit her on the thigh. And but Jordan Myers, once again, her ability to burst with the ball has really beat defenders one-on-one all day. And she's going to go out and do a little bit of everything, and she's going to take the corner here. You see hands on knees. She's probably a little bit tired after that run. That was a 40-yard run with the ball. And like we said earlier, we're going to have to be first to meet this ball in the box. Coach Tom's going to leave 3 lines up top. Just maybe we can counter. So the ball's played back post. Good job by Campbell Brown to head that clear. It looks like Ryan Fair is going to get on it and see if we can release somebody forward. Plays the ball through. What a ball. And a good job. And we've got Macy coming on to it. Macy's going to take a couple touches. She's got a back post runner. Ruth Fish's back post, and it's played just a little behind her, but Hannah Miller's there to clean it up. Can she make a move? And she does. She actually megs the defender, and she played it just wide. What a really good job. That's a back-to-back counterattacks, Josh, in the last few minutes where the Lions were able to play some really good link-up play down the wing. The ball back post there, as much as it was behind Ruth Fish, that supporting run by Hannah Miller gave us a really good chance to keep possession. And not only does she pick up possession, but she megs Kamia Huey and then is able to put a good shot that's just a bit wide.
We're able to win the ball. That was one of those first times in the second half, those past 2 kind of counterattacks that we saw possession with a purpose. We were moving the ball, knew where we were going with it, trying to do things.
Good job right there by Ridley to be able to get the ball clear. Nobody in the midfield to pick it up for the Lions. As Jordan Myers wins a 50-50 ball, and Ryan Fair, I believe.
Yes, I believe that was Ryan. Can Macy get on the end of it before it goes out? It looks like she can, and is going to win the Lions a throw in. Great work there by Macy. Just putting the effort in to make the run, win your team the throw in. And now let's see if we can continue that attacking pressure that we've kind of put on so far in this second half.
She came all the way from that left wing spot there, so a good 30-yard sprint back there to be able to help her team out to win possession. As you can hear Coach Tom telling her to push back up the field. Good job there. Kiana Dodge was on defense. We got maybe a foul here afterwards.
Thought we were going to see one there. There was a lot in it. A little bit late.
I think it was maybe a little bit of a Charlie horse after the fact. She went to try to block that shot. She took maybe a knee to the thigh there. You see the toughness right there of Lindy Arsenault.
And he is going to award the free kick, it looks like. I never saw I never saw a whistle, never saw a call, but he's going to award the free kick. We're out. First one you unmuted was not me. Yeah. Uh-oh.
No, I mean, I need the goal, but I don't want them to go down there and put one in the net.
Yeah.
We haven't got to do a goal yet.
I know.
I haven't.
I got to do one against Wesleyan, the one against Wesleyan. All right, now we are back. Little technical difficulties going on. I think we have it. Myers, 17 minutes into the second half, picked up the second goal for the Koalas, so it now stands 2-0. Looking to bounce back here. That ball's going to be played out for Koala's throw-in here. Jordan, we got any updates on volleyball? I know you keep a close eye on that.
I do. It looks like in the third set at Kentucky Christian, it is an even one set apiece. Early in the third set, the Lions were leading 4-2 last time I was able to get an update, but hopefully they can get a homecoming win on the road.
Not that you have a vested interest in volleyball at all. For those that don't know, Jordan's wife, Jessica Day, is the head women's volleyball coach here, so.
Yeah, I've been peeking at my phone a little bit, Josh. I don't know if you can catch me over here. I'm trying to hide it from you, but I've definitely been trying to keep updated to see that score. As we get back going here with our broadcast, I wonder if we'll see some tactical changes here from Coach Tom. As you see, down 2-0, pretty even game early. And I know we were off stream. Jordan Myers did a great job on that goal, and we've said her name more than anybody's, just probably for both teams, but she had done a really good job and just was able to win a ball one-on-one and really a tight angle on the right wing and finished the ball, glanced off the near post and into the net. But you were just able to see she came out of the game for the first time. She checks out, and they've put another girl up top, I believe. Is it number 1?
Yeah, I believe she's been in Madison Diber. So you get the one re-entry in the second half. So if you get subbed out in the first half, you remain off, but you are allowed to re-enter in the second half.
Ruth Fish able to keep that in, but it gets cleared there by the Koala defense. You see Campbell, good job closing down to win back possession, but unable to find someone with a clearance. And we're going to see Huey back on the throw here, who just took a quick break. She was subbed out for 5 to 8 minutes there and is back into that left back spot where she's pretty much patrolled this left flank the entire game. The energy level for Columbia after that second goal has just picked up. You can tell they've definitely are more on the front foot. They're pressing a little higher up the pitch. They're able to win some of these balls in promising positions and really just keep the Lions more under pressure. When Columbia's lost the ball, they've done a good job of a little bit of a press there to keep the Lions from making any outlet passes to kind of link any play up the pitch. You see there, Ryan's able to clear that, but it's going to be back. That's kind of what I'm talking about there, Josh. You see him give the ball away, but able to apply enough pressure to where the Lions don't really have anywhere to go. So we're going to have to do a really good job there of linking up some play, linking a couple passes to be able to get out of our own defensive half, to be able to get on the front foot here to try to nick one back and get back in this game.
And if we are able to get that first pass connected, as you know this as well as I do, as both of our teams that we watch in the Premier League kind of employ those tactics. If we lose the ball kind of in our attacking third, immediately we're trying to press, get that ball back. But what we see sometimes is all it takes is one or two connected passes, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're susceptible to the counterattack. So hopefully we can kind of string a couple of these passes together and play somebody forward.
Good job there by the Koalas. And you can hear somebody out of the Lions dugout saying back post, and our defense had kind of pulled over to this side, and you saw a free runner going to the back post. Now, I don't know that they had any way to get the ball to her, but definitely something for the Lions to worry about if they kind of that pressure gets sucked out of this left wing, and we do have a free runner back. Haley Brown's going to have to be aware somebody maybe sneaks behind her in the back post. See some good aggressive defense by the Lions, but with 20 minutes left in this second half, down 2-0, the Lions are going to have to really be able to transition some of this defense into offense to see if they can pull one back and get in this game. As you see, ball pinging around down there in the corner. Ball played through. Maybe a hopeful shot or a cross, but Pankrat's able to grab a hold of that. Morgan's got the ball, and see what we can do is we've got a trio of subs down here on the bottom of our gantry here for Columbia that are going to come in. Probably just try to keep fresh legs and that intensity up as they have the 2-0 lead. So you just need to be able to pressure the lines more than anything. And it looks like we do have a number, at least one sub here for the lines. I believe Delaney Gebhardt down in front of us who's going to check back in. Good job right there defensively by Ryan Fair, and she was getting tugged on her jersey. Could have been a yellow. I think he's just going to have we're going to have a talking to there. Yep, no card there, but good job by Ryan Fair to be able to win that ball back and get the lines back in possession.
Yes, it looks like we're going to have Kat Mobley, Rachel Holden, along with Jordan Myers coming back into the game. As a great header, able to play it forward. Can we get on the end of it?
Ruth Fish with a big sprint there to try to get back in the game and get that ball. And just unable to come up with it. You see a really good turn there by number 8, Madison Wells Bunting in the midfield to kind of release somebody down the right wing there. Good job again, Ryan Fair, to pick that ball off and play it out for a Lions throw. She's had a really good 5 or 10 minutes and been put under a lot of pressure lately. So we're going to see those 4 subs coming in.
Yeah, it looks like Ruth is coming off for the Lions. For the Koalas, it looks like Madison Wells Bunting, or no, that is number 6, Reagan Gibbs. And yes, Madison Wells Bunting coming off as well, along with Madison Dybert. So kind of changing things up, probably some fresh legs here in for the Koalas to try to keep this pressure that they are mounting on the Lions on, as the Koalas are going to have a throw in here.
Can hear Coach Tom maybe on your broadcast urging his attackers to stay up the field, as he knows the extra help on defense is probably not going to be a huge help now. We have to have somebody to be able to play the ball to when we win it back. But right now the Lions are finding that tough, as the Koalas are. We got a stoppage in play here.
Looks like somebody's going to get a little talking to here.
I believe that's Macy.
I believe that is too.
It was off the ball from what I can tell. Maybe it was a little bit previous and something I just wasn't cued into there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was all about. I didn't think she was the one involved there, so must have been something that happened a little earlier.
That throw-in's going to go through for a goal kick. And the Lions here with 16:55 remaining in the second half are really going to start probably having to push some ladies forward to see if we can get on the score sheet. You see the ball played there. One first by Columbia, but just flicked on to a Bryan defender. You see Haley Brown come across and play a ball back to Ryan Fair. Under pressure from Malia Kincaid, who's already on the score sheet, and she's able to find her second of the day. And Josh, really just a poacher's goal there. Right place, right time. And once she picked it up, we'd seen her in front of the goal already, put a ball in, and just able to really one-on-one beat Morgan there into the left corner of the net. And I don't know that Morgan could have done much with that one, as it was really right in front of her. Yeah, she had no defensive help.
A lot of pace on the ball.
Just a really good shot. And that's going to put the Lions up against it with 16:31 remaining in the second half here. The Columbia College Koalas 3-0 over your Bryan Lady Lions.
That ball's going to be played out for a Koalas throw in. UE to take it, as they're able to find Jordan Myers on the 1-2, and she's going to drive forward. And she's going to be pushed off the ball. Good job there by Ryan Fair. She's going to play this forward.
Good flick on by Campbell.
Great job right there.
By Alyssa Collins, yeah, really good job. And we've just seen that. It's really a bend, don't break from the Koala defense so far. They've allowed a couple good chances, but they seem to get the Lions have had some good flick back post and just a bit too far. And I believe
I can't tell if it was Delaney.
It seemed like she may have been stepped on after the play. That ball was just a little bit too far. She was at a full stretch and wasn't able to get on the end of it. But she seems to be okay.
Or is that Hannah?
It's Hannah. Yeah, it's Hannah. She seems to be okay. She's walking it off.
Yeah.
But we've had a little bit of possession and been able to be creative through the middle third, but really that Columbia defense has really stifled us trying to get anything in that attacking third. We haven't been able to link up as much as we'd have liked, and the success we've seen in the midfield we have not seen in that attacking third. So hopefully we can get something, maybe pull one back as it's really getting dire here with only 14:30 left in this second half, and you see Columbia able to put those fresh legs on and really keep pressure on the Lady Lions defense as Jordan Myers back on it. She can stop on a dime. She did a good job there, but the Bryan defense able to step up and clear that ball. That's a good turn by Hannah, but number 12, Brooke Piscatello, again, in that holding midfield role, able to step up and kind of dispossess the Lady Lions of the ball.
Seems like some of the Koalas' approach here in the second half has been get Jordan Myers the ball and let her make something happen here. As we see a couple subs getting ready to come in. As we're going to get a goal kick here for Morgan. And these subs are going to come in for the Koalas. We have Tiana Roberts. And it looks like Jadra Martinez coming in for the Lions. So it looks like Ryan Fair is going to check out for the Lions. And then Kincaid is going to come off for the Koalas. I believe Kincaid coming off there is just a matter of she's on a yellow. The last thing you want up 3-0 is to go down 1 to an 11v10 hectic, crazy time. That was very close to a handball, and I think that's what the call we're going to get here.
And another point on top of that, Josh, is we don't know where the yellow card count is. Is the accumulation is a rule here in our conference, and probably I would assume across NAIA, and you got to be careful about picking up unnecessary cards late, especially in what Columbia will feel like is a very advantaged situation for them up 3-0, as you're not wanting to risk maybe losing her to the next game. As we said, there Columbia's still on the outside looking in for the postseason berth, and so they're going to have to make sure. She seems to be one of their best attackers. Her and Jordan Myers have been really the two that kind of turn the key up top for their attacking possessions. As you see a ball played, Haley Brown, good job to win that header. Delaney gets on it. She tries to make a turn. Good defense and a good ball here. Campbell, Brown, and Haley on the end of it, not able to get that through. Good job, Elizabeth Scott, to clear that. As you see Jadra on the ball for the first time since she's came in. She's going to play a ball through, and will Campbell be able to get onto it? No. But a lot better link-up play there by the Lions, which we haven't seen that a ton in this second half. We saw it early in the game. That may have been an adjustment for the Koalas to be able to cut that out.
It seems like Jadra seems to be dropping a little deeper. Not getting quite as high up the pitch maybe as some of the other center forwards we've seen occupying that position. That ball's going to pinball around. Ridley able to play it through only as far as Piscatello. Plays it up. Jordan Myers, errant touch. Haven't seen a lot of those from her today.
Not many at all.
As I'm almost certain that was a shot attempt.
Yeah, number 13 there, I believe, on the shot.
Tiana Roberts just checked in.
Hey, heat check, Josh.
Yeah.
You got to come in.
Come in firing, huh?
Absolutely. Especially, and that's one thing that you get the ability to do when you're up 3-0 here is you can stay aggressive. You can take some of those shots. And that's what it looks like. Columbia stays on the front foot, which I thought we might have seen a little more of a defensive subs across the board. But right now it looks like they're maybe having their best possession spell of the game. See a good attempted flick there by Campbell, but not able to come off. Jadra pressuring the ball. But anywhere will do, as we have a little bit of a misplay there, but Ridley able to clean that up and go back to Morgan with the ball.
As we see a few more Columbia subs getting ready to come in here. As that ball's going to go back to Morgan. She's going to scoop it up and look to punt it off.
See if Macy can be first to that ball. Headed up by the Columbia defense. A little bit of a high boot there, I believe, by Macy. I don't think it made contact, but I do agree you probably have to whistle that one just to make sure everybody's safe there, with especially when it looked like the studs may have been a little bit up. Just inside of 10 minutes, the official had his hand up. I thought he was stopping play there, but they're going to get on with the game. Just inside of 10 minutes as Columbia stays on the attack. A very good tackle, aggressive tackle there.
Yeah, I'm going to be able to win the throw-in off of it. Good job. I believe that was Liz. She's now playing in the back line. As we're going to get some subs here. Let me see if we can get these. So we have Ruth Fish is back in, and we're going to bring in Taylor Sabo, Carmen Verdell, and it looks like Gavin Davis in for the Lions.
While we got a little break in the action, Josh, I can give you an update that the Lady Lions volleyball team just won the third set to take a 2-1 lead at Kentucky Christian. So the Lady Lions are up 2-1 in that match as they try to push forward and get a conference win here on homecoming on the road.
And Trinity Rutherford will check in as well for the Lions. Hey, quick question for you, Jordan. What's the best Mexican food in Dayton?
You know, where's Drew when you need him? But I believe it is El Toro, and they are our main sponsor for today. And we appreciate them for sponsoring our broadcast here. And we love our El Toro, okay? We say it on air every time. I have had it since last time I told you that I loved it. I had it last night, actually. El Toro, best place to eat Mexican in Dayton. It's whatever you need, they got it, okay? My kids love the cheese dip. I love the cheese dip, but the Texas fajita nachos are still undefeated for me, number one. And had them last night. Love it. They do a great job sponsoring Bryan Athletics, and we are proud to partner with them as they have bring us into your living rooms to bring the Bryan Lions across the country and across the world.
Great work there by Lindy to earn a throw in here as she's going to take it. And Jadra's going to look to play it on, see if somebody can get on the end of it.
It's become real choppy, and I think you see that with a lot of subs where you don't have – you got to kind of get in the game to feel the fluidity and the pace of the game. And so what happens is we had so many subs here in the last few minutes, it's become a little choppy, which is always going to favor the team that's already in the lead.
Yeah.
As you see a ball a little bit behind Trinity. She's going to look to play it probably back through the middle of the park here. She did a good job there to keep possession under pressure.
Able to find Liz. Now can Liz find Lindy up this near side? Oh, what a cutoff there by Mia.
Huey's been great today. She's done a really good job up this side. She's getting to release a little forward than she was earlier, and I think that's probably due to the scoreline. But she did a great job really in a lot of one-on-one situations in the first 60 minutes of this match to be able to thwart the Lions' attack here on the right wing. Good job by Gavin to keep the ball there while getting pressured.
Yes.
See Leah's back, play a ball to Sabo in the middle. Excuse me, that's number 5 there.
Yeah, that's Carmen. As we see some more subs getting ready to come in for the Koalas here.
We're making our money right here, Josh.
Yeah.
We got a lot of action down here below us. And, it usually takes us a couple minutes to get a little accustomed to where everybody's on the field. And right now we're back at square one. You see Delaney, good job right there. She's put in a shift today.
Yes. And one thing you're proud to see is the scoreline is not reflecting the energy and the effort that the Lions are playing with. As we got some subs coming in. See if I can get these off. We got Madison Risher. Looks like Brooklyn Vigil will come back in.
What's really impressive after Jader's ability to hit the ball with some pace.
Yes.
And that is something that stands out right now is her ability to hit when she plays the ball, man, it is got some pace on it. She can ping it across the park. I'm sure if she got a chance in front of goal, I know she scored a couple long-range goals here in her career. If she can get squared up in front of the net, she can provide Eisenring with some difficulties there on her ability to hit the ball. As we see number 8 for the Koalas driving forward, that's Madison Wells Bunting. Ooh, very good drag back there at the top of the box, and she plays the ball wide, but it looks like we may have had some contact afterwards. No foul called. You see some good sportsmanship there as Lindy comes over to help her up. You know, another thing I think, and sometimes we can be critical of this, especially up here on the broadcast or as spectators, this officiating crew has done a good job with this game. We've seen a lot of, I think, fair whistles. He's done a good job in making sure that the game's moved along. We haven't talked about him a lot, which is a
ball on the pitch. Sorry to throw you off there.
We do, yeah. We haven't talked about him, and I think that's our goal. Myself as a baseball coach, I know you as a basketball coach, we want those officials to be invisible. If we can play the game and they're not a huge talking point for us, then this probably means they're doing a great job. And I think this crew here has done a phenomenal job in this game. As you see, Delaney again with a good challenge there on Jordan Myers.
I would agree with you there. Speaking of baseball, we're going to see a Subway Series World Series?
We might. I'm pulling for the Tigers today. I actually like the Guardians a little bit too, but I try to pick a new team every year, and we had some guys. I got some guys that graduated last year that played for us, and I'll give them shout-outs on air. Bradley Prince, Kay Cahoon, and Devin Ogg. They're all from Michigan. They love the Tigers, so we're big-time Gritty Tigs fans right now. We're wanting them to, with what they've done down the stretch, we're wanting them to pull it out today and make a run. But, yeah, I think we may. The Mets, you think the Dodgers are probably a little better, but the Mets are on fire right now.
Yeah.
So you got to think we may see it, and I'm down for whatever. Now that the Braves are out.
Yeah, that was kind of mean. Once the Braves got put out, it's kind of bad for the casual baseball fan because it's, I hope the Tigers are able to pull it out, but watching these Yankees play, it just frustrates me how good they are.
They are.
And, as the casual baseball fan, you don't want to see the Dodgers, you don't want to see the Mets, you don't want to see the Yankees, but I have a feeling it's going to be two of those three teams.
I would agree with you.
As we're going to get a free kick here, looking.
And maybe another couple subs. We got 3:23 remaining in this game as the Lions trail Columbia College 3-0. We're going to get the free kick, and we're going to get more subs as Josh is still making his money here.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to
That looks like a handball. I don't know. That was right in front of the official, and you see the dugout, and he's saying it hit the chest. And I think Coach Tom has a legitimate complaint there.
Well, you had to talk good about him, so that one's on you.
Yeah, commentators curse. We had it last week. We still got another game to go, Josh. You never know what we're going to say up here.
So it looks like we got Kaylee Barnes, Elena Morey,
good shot,
Madison
just
Dybert,
over.
and Cecilia Gardner all looking to check in here. We're kind of doing double duty. You're calling the game. I'm calling the subs. Both of us are pretty busy right now.
We are.
Jordan Myers is going to come off the pitch. Good game from her today.
Absolutely. I think I don't know that we have the ability to give out a Woman of the Match award, but I think if we're going to give one out for Columbia, even though, Malia Kincaid with 2 goals, I think Jordan Myers may actually edge her, but it's they
tough.
may be co-women of the match there. With the shift that they've put in, they've just been dangerous all day.
I keep telling them, call Zaxby's. We need an indescribably good player of the game.
You know what? And that's why they pay you the big bucks out here,
I
man.
keep telling them that's what we need. It's good work there by Sarah. As the Lions are going to have this throw in here, Lindy looking to take it.
1:40 remaining in the second half. The Lions trying to see if they can get on the score sheet here.
Little back heel from Coach Tom, saving his assistant coach from wearing one.
That ball takes a little bit of a weird bounce, hits a shoulder there, and we're going to see Columbia back on the attack. Good job cutting in to beat 2 defenders, and she hit a good shot just wide. Morgan's quick to it to be able to get there, but a really good job there. I don't know that I caught the number.
That was Brooklyn Vigil, number 26.
26. Great job to really cut in and beat 2 defenders and get herself a chance to get that shot off, and she did.
Yeah, when she first lined up for the shot, I was thinking, good. That's kind of not a great position for them to take a shot. And the pace and the whip she hit it with it kind of turned out to be a half chance there.
You see Delaney on the ball again. Good job. Really good move there to get forward. She plays the ball through it, makes contact with Ruth. Ruth with a good drag back as she beats 2 defenders and tries to play a ball through, but that's cut out by the Koala defense. That's going to put us at 25 seconds and counting here left in the game as we see Liz play a ball. Just misses there. Carmen in the middle. It's bouncing around, and we see Sarah back on it, and the Koalas defend again. Good job by Liz.
I think it doesn't matter where Coach Tom puts Liz. She seems to play the role that she's asked to very well. Coming up on about 3 seconds left. And that is going to be it here on homecoming. 3-0, the Lady Lions go down. Me and Jordan will be back with you on the call here. I'm not sure if we have a 1 o'clock. We'll see how much time they put on the clock here. We'll be back with you here in about 30 minutes or so. Looking forward to this next matchup. So for Lions Live, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we will be back for Josh Muncie and Jordan Day. We will see you back here in a little bit. Homecoming weekend at Bryan College.